Welcome back, Wolfpack. Vrelis here, and I've been looking at Spiritomb, not initially as a potential Mega Pokemon, but just as a cool Pokemon in general. Dark Ghost typing used to have no weaknesses. Fairy came and ruined that, but overall it was a really fun Pokemon to run back in 4th and 5th generation. Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, and then Stab Priority with Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak to run it offensively, defensively, and all sorts of fun little ways to run the guy, and it was a cool Pokemon. It took a lot to legitimately get it back in 4th generation, and I did it, and it was really fun to me that you had to try, and you get this really heavily lore-based Pokemon that if you read into the lore, it actually goes back to like Chinese mythology a bit, and it has to do a lot with the number 108. 108, like demonic spirits released and formed into this Pokemon, and now it's a mischievous dude that has to like roam the lands. Also, 108 is a very strong number in Buddhism because it's the amount of temptations you must surpass before achieving nirvana. So when you look at it, Spiritomb, it actually weighs 108 kilograms, has 108 defense, 108 special defense, and it's made of 108 spirits, and it's the 108th Sinnoh Pokedex Pokemon. So this Pokemon is super 108. And then I was thinking, like, wait a second, what if it got a Mega? But then I was looking at, like, even though it seems like a cool Pokemon, it's an obscure Pokemon, kind of forgotten, if it got a Mega, it would be a huge boost, and it could potentially be in the metagame again. And then I looked at it, I was like, well, it can't be a Mega, because then it can't boost its defenses anymore. They wouldn't want to break the 108. Then I did some math. I'm like, well, 92 to 108, that's 16, plus 16, so now the special attack and attack will be at 108. After that, we need to add 73, that way the speed will be at 108 as well. That's only 105. And Alakazam got 90 to its base stats with the Mega Evolution, so it's not always 100. And 105 is really close to 100, so I'm wondering, like, could Spiritomb be the exception? That if they decide to give a Mega Evolution to an obscure Pokemon like Spiritomb, it seems very fitting. If it got a Mega, it would make a lot of sense. It could be a more powerful version of itself, and it could just be it could revive the Pokemon, and it'd be a really fun thing to have Mega. Now, the weird thing, though, is that it would have 108 in all stats, it would make sense as a Mega, but what would make it work? Like, it would really boil down to the ability, and I could see it getting Prankster. Prankster would kind of turn it into a knockoff Bayonet, but overall, you know, you're still going to have Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split on priority, and then a lot of other things on your side. You could also go with Calm Mind on priority, and that'd be really cool as well. Or maybe maybe they could introduce just a new ability, something like Fairy Block, that it makes it to where it's immune to Fairy-type Pokemon, and that would make it very strong right there, because then it's immune to Psychic, Normal, Fighting, and Fairy, and has no weaknesses. Even though its stats would be awkward, it would be a pretty fun Pokemon in my opinion, and I think Mega Spiritomb could work. That if you don't pay attention to the lore, it seems like Spiritomb could be a deserving Pokemon for Mega. Mega Lopunny, they're going to have 4th generation Megas. There's a lot of Pokemon that are just basic single stage Pokemon that have got Mega Evolutions. I think Spiritomb could fit the bill, and it could have a really awesome thing, and they could. But better yet, they can keep to the lore and keep to roughly 100 base stat total bonus on Spiritomb. So, that's just my thought. Like, it all clicked for me. I'm wondering if I'm insane or if we could have a Mega Spiritomb. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a nice day.